Colorado High School Activities Association football is on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network tonight from Lutheran High School in Parker. It's the regular season finale as the Fort Morgan Mustangs take on the Lutheran Lions. Along with Brian Nickel, I'm John Beltran with the Mustangs at 2-7 going into this game and Lutheran at 7-2. Fort Morgan, Brian, a week ago played a very good first three quarters against Northfield, but a young team and a team that looked exhausted by the time it got to the final 12 minutes.
Yeah, it was a good game up until then, but then they just had things that went against them. A bad snap on a field goal for Northfield, and they pick it up and run it and make it a first down out of it, and then they ended up scoring, block a punt, take it in. Things just kind of snowballed right there at the end, and it was a lot better game than what the score looked at.
Without a doubt, Lutheran will kick it off. They're in their home purples, you want to call it that. And the Mustangs in their road whites. It'll be Samuel Smolin to kick it off. No Oscar Ramirez tonight with a broken wrist, so the Mustangs a little bit short-handed. That's too tough. Tough news for the senior. That one's going to sail well over the head of Austin Hall into the end zone. And the Mustangs will have the ball. That opening kickoff tonight brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. Starting lineup brought to you by B&B Appliance. At 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan, the quarterback is J.J. Marquez. Samson Ortega in the backfield. Of course, Charlie Langford and Angel Lopez, the top two receivers for this Mustang team. At their own 20-yard line, Marquez, a two-year starter, out of the pistol formation. Wiedrich resets to the left on 1st and 10. He's got the football. High snap handoff to Ortega, running wide to the left. He's got no room. He's thrown for a loss. Back at the 15-yard line, tremendous penetration by Cole Johnson, a 6-foot, 180-pound senior. And the Mustangs might have to get creative on offense, Brian.
Yeah, there was no blocking up front at all on that one, and loss of 5 on the first play. So they're going to have to play from behind the chains right now and see what they can do. 2nd
down and 15. This team has been dominant all year. Lutheran, of course, headed to the playoffs. The last time the Mustangs were here was the state semifinal, November 27th of 2 years ago, when they raced out to a 17-7 lead, fell behind them, but then beat Lutheran to qualify for the state title game, 23-21. Out of the gun, 2nd and 15, quick drop. Marquez throws out to his right, caught underneath by Lopez, and then he bounces on it incomplete. He didn't have full control of the football. And that'll be 3rd down and 15 yards to go, and you can't afford anything. A drop, a mistake, a missed block at this point.
Yeah, and J.J. had it right there. It was right in his hands, and he just couldn't hold on to it. But J.J.'s had a pretty good year. Has over 1,400 yards passing and 16 touchdowns. So.
Yeah, just got to stay away from the interception. Yep. 3rd down and 15 to go for the 15-yard line for the Mustangs, opening drive of the game. Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show will follow from 9:30 to 11 with Kevin Schaefer. 3-step drop from Marquez. Pressure coming. Rolls out to his right. Flush still running. Throws on the run. And it's complete. And that's a 1st down out of bounds to the 36-yard line. That looks like Charlie Langford for a gain of about 20, maybe 21 yards. A gorgeous throw on the run by J.J. Marquez.
Yeah, looked good by J.J. He bought himself some time getting out to the right there. Got out to the 36.
On 1st and 10 after the gain of 21. Out of the pistol handoff, Ortega leaps over a defender, and he's down at the 38, but a flag is down, and that was thrown really right at the snap, which would indicate something offensive.
Yeah.
And perhaps make it a 1st and 15. And a chop block. Boy, that's a quick chop block.
Quick.
I mean, I've never seen a flag thrown that quickly for a chop block. But it must have been right off the snap.
Yeah. Must have 2 of them engaged on one defensive player there, one high, one low, and can't do that.
That'll set up a 1st down and 25 to go at the 21-yard line. Well, at least the good news, the Mustangs picked up a 1st down in this drive. But you don't want to be too deep in your own territory because this Lutheran offense is mighty explosive.
Yeah, they average 31 points a game.
This is Morgan County's B106 KPRB, Brush, Fort Morgan. I'm John Beltran with Brian Nickel. The Mustangs in their opening drive, a first down and 25 from their own 21-yard line, and another flag is down. Is that delay of game? Really? That is the quickest. Wow. All right, now I'm starting to wonder. Brian, did that seem quick to you?
Got to know. Coach Davies is wondering the same thing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, a delay of game off a penalty. I didn't think it was that much time had expired between the setting of the ball and then the penalty. First down and 30 from the 16-yard line. Quick drop, Marquez slant, caught by Lopez at the 20, and then he's tackled at the 22. It's a gain of 6. On the pass to Angel Lopez, who made a circus catch last week on a 79-yarder to give the Mustangs the lead late in the third quarter. Second down and 24 yards to go after the catch by Lopez Sarinana. Langford, the receiver, to the left. 2 split out to the right. With a running back to Marquez's right, 5 yards behind center. Play action, rolls out to his right, looks to set up a screen, throws off his back foot. It's incomplete. Towards the Lutheran sideline, a flag is down.
I think it's going to be holding on the offense.
Well, they'll decline that.
Somebody's down for the Mustangs. Let's see who that is. Alex Duckworth.
Yeah, the junior getting up slowly and favoring his left leg. It'll be third down and 24. Marquez, 2 out of 4 in the early going for 27 yards. Lutheran has won 3 games in a row. They shut out Kennedy 49-0, beat Northfield 32-20. Prior to that, smashed Lincoln 68-0. Third down and 24 for the Mustangs at their own 22. Just underway, no score, 9.5 minutes to go. 2 receivers out to the left. Now Ortega sets up to the right. He's one of 2 receivers. Naked backfield. Back to throw. Pass caught underneath by Langford on the slant. Runs across to the 25. Now to the 30-yard line. And he barrels to the 34. It's a gain of 12. I mean, impressive by the Mustangs. They didn't pick up the first down, but then again, when you're in the 3rd and 24 hole, it's almost impossible. The Mustangs will have to punt, but they picked up 18 of the yards that they had lost because of penalty.
Yeah, they're more quick hitters than what we've seen in the past, and JJ's getting some time back there. The offensive line's doing a nice job.
Miguel Davila standing at his own 20-yard line for the Mustangs. The return man for Lutheran at the 35 runs to his left, and it's that running punt fluttering, and it's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line, breaking out of a tackle across the 35, still on his feet and down at the 42-yard line. The return man, Evan Holdridge, as the tackle was made by Cade Underwood. And good field position here for the Lutheran Lions, Brian.
Yeah, they're going to start, not quite to midfield, what about the 42-yard line, but great field position.
Well, watch out. That quarterback is Riken Daugard. He's been effective all season. Sawyer Weld, or is it Wald? Wald, the leading back, and there's a right up the middle's Daugard with a football, and a gain to about the 50-yard line. Nothing fancy about that play, and they're right up to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 2. There's the give. First down and spinning to the 45 for Lutheran is Cole Johnson. Yeah, this is a no-huddle offense.
Yeah, they're quick.
First and 10 for Lutheran at the 45. Out of the shotgun, a fake to Johnson. Daugard takes off with the football, and he goes ahead for 3 yards. Second down and 7. The tackle was made by Wyatt Patterson. Second and 7, quickly up to the line of scrimmage for the Mustang, 42-yard line, no score. Back to throw, drops the ball, and then falls on it at the 45. That's on the quarterback. Daugard tried to really rush things there on a snap that was perfect. It'll be third down and 10 to go for the 45. Mustangs with a shot to stop Lutheran here on the opening drive. Temperature in the 50s to begin the game. Back to throw as Daugard looks, steps up, heaves it deep up the left side, wide open. The pass is broken up. Oh, that is broken up beautifully by Isaiah Ortiz at the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 10, an excellent breakup. But, Brian, that pass was underthrown. If not, it would have been a touchdown because Samuel Perkins was open.
Yeah, he was open, and Ortiz was able to close in. Yeah, if he'd have let him, he'd have been into the end zone.
They'll go for it in Mustang territory. 4th down and 10 for the 45. Trips to the left. Mustangs coming to blitz. Here comes Patterson chasing the quarterback. He's got him. Throw is incomplete. Oh, Wyatt Patterson on the blitz forced that throw, and the Mustangs take over on downs.
Yeah, Patterson came from that left end and unscathed, and I thought Dogard was going to get away from him there, but Patterson had a good grip on him.
Well, it was an excellent play call by the coaches because, again, I don't think he expected that, and Dogard had to get rid of that football quickly. Now the Mustangs have it in good field position. 7:09 to go in the opening quarter. No score in this regular season finale. 1st and 10. Fort Morgan's first drive did merit a first down. They did have 3 completions on the first drive from J.J. Marquez. 5 yards behind center, Ortega to the right of the quarterback. Langford in motion to the right on the jet sweep. The ball is loose and he falls on it, and there's a flag down. This could be double disaster for the Mustangs, a loss of 6 or 7, and illegal shift by Fort Morgan. That penalty will be declined. It'll set up a 2nd down and 15 or 16. They still haven't marked the ball. Loss of 6.
At the 39.
I mean, Brian, that's worse than a penalty because you lose the down.
Yep. Yeah. It's just something you can't do, and it seems like it's been something they've done all year.
Under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score. Second possession for the Mustangs. Naked backfield. 2 receivers split each side. 2nd down and 16 for the 39. Marquez heaves it deep up the right sideline. It's incomplete. Lopez was blanketed very nicely at about the 35-yard line of Lutheran. Excellent coverage. 3rd down and 16 to go for the Mustangs. And that's a tall defensive back out there for Lutheran, and Gavin Downing, a junior. 6'2", 190, looks taller than 6'2", but then again, we're a ways away.
Yeah, JJ had some pressure that time. He got hit about the time he released it, but got it downfield pretty good.
3rd down and 16 to go for the Mustangs at their own 39-yard line. Got to get to the 45. Back to throw, setting up a screen to his left, and it's tipped incomplete. And it was nearly picked off, intended for Ortega. And jumping the route there was Andrew Long. Thankfully, it was thrown too high. If not, that's a pick 6.
Yeah, it was tipped, and yeah, he was right there. He read it perfectly.
And the Mustangs have not tried to establish the ground game because the first carry went for -5. Marquez has already thrown 7 times in this game, 3 out of 7 for 39 yards. Davila standing at his own 25, runs to his left, a running punt. No turnover on that one, and it's going to be dropped, and the ball is loose. It's still loose. I think the Mustangs have it at the 27-yard line. Fort Morgan has recovered. Wyatt Patterson again.
Yep.
Well, let me tell you, Patterson has had a heck of a game in the first 5.5 minutes. He had a key tackle on 4th down, or at least a forced throw, and now recovers a fumble. And that was muffed over there by Evan Holdridge. And quite frankly, that was an easy one to field, but he saw the Mustangs coming. Brian, the football spotted according to the board at the 25-yard line. We haven't even played half a quarter. The Mustangs are going to have their 3rd possession, and every time they get better and better field position thanks to the miscue. On 1st and 10 out of the pistol formation. There's the snap. Marquez looking to throw. Heaves it deep up the right side, and that's going to be incomplete. There was some miscommunication. Lopez went towards the post, so to speak, and then JJ threw it closer to the sideline at 2nd down.
Yeah, he was having to readjust, but it was 10 yards past him in the end zone.
Well, and I got to tell you, why are they going for the home run? I mean, that's not going to work, especially against those defensive backs.
Right, and we saw earlier where they were hitting those quick hitters, 7, 8 yards downfield.
2nd down and 10 for the Lutheran 25. Wiedrich is going to reset to the right of the formation. Marquez will hand it off to Ortega. Stutter stepping as a seam to the outside across the 20, and then pushed out of bounds And there was still some activity. There's a late flag. I don't know. That could be against Ortega because he was pushing at the very end of the play. But, I mean, what it looked like from here is that the Lutheran player did not let go of the uniform, and then Ortega had a push, and sometimes they get the second guy.
Yeah, that's when it finally, well, there's a flag back here also at the.
Yeah, that could be a double penalty. We'll see what it is. It looked like a gain of about 6 or 7. But the officials are conferring near the Mustang bench with 6:19 to go in the first quarter. No score, Fort Morgan and Lutheran. The Mustangs have recovered the only fumble of the game moments ago by Lutheran's Evan Holdridge. Well, it's a long conversation because of the 2 penalties. As Brian mentioned, there's a flag sitting at the 27-yard line of Lutheran. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that second flag needed to be thrown, to be honest with you.
No.
I mean, it's not like Ortega threw a punch or something. He just tried to shrug the defender off.
There are fouls on each team during the play. Personal foul, 15-yard face mask penalty, number 5 on the defense. After the play, personal foul, 15-yard face mask penalty on the offense.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, you walk it off to get to the same spot. That must be a regulation. Well,
yeah, that was what they threw on Ortega. I mean, he was just trying to push the kid off of him because he was still holding on to him.
It was a face mask against Lutheran and a personal foul against Fort Morgan. It'll be first down. That should be, they got first and 10 at the 28, so they gave him the first down. And there's the Lopez to throw, and his pass is going to be caught by Wiedrich on the handoff to Lopez. A flag is down, an eligible man downfield, so that's going to be nullified.
There's 2. There's one back here at the 36.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same penalty for 2 different flags off the handoff to Lopez Sarinana. He's got a nice arm. He threw a laser to Wiedrich, who caught the ball at about the 18-yard line. Back-to-back offsetting penalties. It'll be first down and 10 again from the 28-yard line. Well, the clock is moving. It needs to move. If not, we'll be here all night just calling penalties. At the 28-yard line, the receivers to the right are Lopez Sarinana and Charlie Langford. So we've had 4 penalties on 2 plays, 2 by each team. From the pistol, Ortega behind the quarterback, Marquez at the 28 of Lutheran, looking to throw. Slant is going to be caught underneath to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Charlie Langford, 28 yards away. Holy mahungus. And the Mustangs are off to a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, JJ.
28 yards.
JJ hit him coming across the middle there, and he pulled away from one kid, and then he was free into the end zone.
And more importantly, no penalty flags there. Now the extra point to be attempted by Miguel Davila. That's 3 receptions already for Charlie Langford. An excellent slant thrown by Marquez. And the ball is dropped by Charlie. Now he's going to take off with the football towards the right pylon. He's going to be tackled at about the 5-yard line. The Mustangs botch the extra point. 5:45 to go in the opening quarter. It's Fort Morgan 6, Lutheran nothing on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. The penalties and the third drive and the Mustangs are on the board. 28-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Marquez to Charlie Langford. Extra point, no good on the botched hold attempt there by Charlie Langford. Davila is going to pooch this football. It'll be fielded at the 40-yard line. They're going to get good field position. Stutter stepping along the sideline and ushered out of bounds at about the 40-some-odd yard line. We'll get the spot. Actually fielded at the 30. We'll get an official spot here, but good field position for Lutheran. The Mustangs just trying to prevent a huge return by the Lions.
Yeah, at the 42-yard line.
First and 10. Riken Dogard is the quarterback. 5 yards behind center. His running back is going to realign. Pass out to the left is going to be caught underneath. And an excellent tackle made along the left sideline as it was caught by McNellis.
Isaiah Ortiz.
Well, Ortiz has already played a heck of a game. He broke up a key pass. And the gain is only 3. 2nd down and 7 to go. For Lutheran. Out of the gun. Low snap. Play action. That pass is caught underneath a 1st down to the right side. Across the 40, knocked out of bounds. Excuse me, at the 36-yard line. Penalty against Lutheran. Ineligible man down. How does that happen? On a quick slant.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really watching it close, apparently.
Yeah, that's really quick. I've seen 2 penalties in this game, one against each team, that were thrown so quickly. You never see that. A chop block, normally it takes time to develop, and the same thing with an eligible man downfield off basically a play that took like 3 seconds. Lutheran has it, though, at their own 40-yard line. 2nd down and 12 to go. 2 receivers split each side. Out of the gun. Dogard, receiver screen, and that is going to be caught and advancing to the 46. That might be McNellis again. It'll be a gain of 4. 3rd down. And about 8 to go. Waiting the snap. Play action. Pass is caught underneath for a 1st down across the 45 to the 42. The quick hitter there. That is Ben Herbeck.
Yeah, they don't give the defense a chance to switch out either as fast as they're going.
That's a gain of 12 at the 42-yard line. This time, it'll be a keeper by the quarterback, Dogard. He's going to be held up at the 40. That's a big-time tackle by the leading tackler, Noah Aguirre. Aguirre wrestled him to the ground. 2nd down and 8 to go. 4:23 to go in the opening quarter. The Mustangs lead Lutheran 6-0 in Parker. Looking for what would be a huge upset. On 2nd and 8 from the 40, awaiting the snap is Dogard. Running back to his left, 2 receivers split each side. 3-step drop, pass is caught. No, dropped. Out to his right, it was dropped at the 34-yard line, in and out of the hands of Jack Wesolowski. 3rd down and 7.
If he would have caught it, he wasn't going far. The defense was right on him.
Unofficially, Dogard is 3 out of 6 for 21 yards. 3rd down and 8 to go for the Mustang 40. 4:06 to go in the first. Awaiting the snap, 5 yards behind center, Dogard. Play action, slant, caught. 1st down to the 30 and getting loose across the 25 to the 24. Maybe the 23 is Herbeck. That's a gain of 17. And the drive continues for Lutheran. Man, those quick hitters, you got to watch out for those slants. Low snap. Receiver screen out to the left is caught. Moving across the 20 to the 15. Let's see if that's... Yeah, that time it's not McNelis. That time it's Jamison Wickman. And that's a quick gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 to go from the 15. This pass out to the right, caught by Herbeck. A 1st down as he slammed down at the 12 for a gain of about 3. Might have gotten the 11. Man, you can't keep up with the numbers as quickly, Brian.
No.
I mean, I can't talk and keep the stats at the same time as quickly as they're running these plays, but it's a very effective offense. A gain of 3. Right up to the line of scrimmage again is Lutheran. On 1st and 10 for the Mustang 12. Dogard looking to throw, and the slant is going to be dropped at the 1-yard line. That was good coverage by Ortiz, but I think that was just dropped right off the hands of Wickman. 2nd down and 10 to go.
Yeah, he had got in front of the defensive back there. He just didn't look it in. He got into his shelter pads and bounced away.
2nd down and 10 for the Mustang 12. 6-0 Fort Morgan. 3:19 to go in the opening quarter. 2 receivers split out each side. Awaiting the snap is Dogard out to his left. There's the handoff up the middle. And Wiedrich with a nice tackle to the 10-yard line. The ball carrier was Cole Johnson. but that hole was closed quickly. It'll be third down and 8 to go from the 10-yard line. Here's a shot for the Mustangs to make the play. And maybe keep it at 6-0 or perhaps 6-3 on third down and 8 to go from the 10. Dogard awaits the snap. Low snap, ball's on the ground, picks it up. He throws wide open to his right, to his left. It's caught for a touchdown. And that is Cole Johnson out of the backfield. And the ball was actually thrown behind him. But he was uncovered out of the backfield. Johnson with the reception, and the game is tied at 6.
Yeah, they're just finding the open spots, and he just got away from them.
And now the extra point to be attempted to give Lutheran the lead. Off the hole, that line drive kick is up, and that one is good. 2:43 to go in the opening quarter. Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Both quarterbacks have a touchdown pass. J.J. Marquez, 28 yards to Charlie Langford, and a 10-yarder from Riken Dogard to Cole Johnson, but the Lutheran extra point was good. And the Lions lead 7-6 with 2:43 to go in the opening quarter. And now Lutheran to kick it off. And it looks like this is going to be a little bit of a squib. The Mustangs have to fall on the ball, and they do at the 38-yard line. Samuel Smallin, the kicker. Brian, I don't know if you remember from 2 years ago, but during the Mustang Express, head coach Ty Davies says that they really don't like to kick off. They like to have every possession. It's almost like everything's an onside kick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy the way they do it, and it worked last week a couple of times, but Lutheran looks like they're trying to do the same thing. So,
first and 10 for the Mustangs. Very good field position at their own 38-yard line, down by a point. They've got receivers split each side. In motion to the left is Langford on the jet sweep, and he's going to be held up and hit for a loss of 3. Man, he was taken down hard. He thought he might have got face masked a little bit. But incredible penetration.
Yeah, he's coming out.
Cole Johnson got him good. He got him high. And it rang Charlie's bell a bit.
I think did it break his face mask?
It'll be second down and 13 to go. At the 35-yard line. For the Mustangs, clock continues to roll. Got to watch out. Play clock's going to get it inside of 5 soon. Marquez to throw out to his right. It's caught by Lopez Sarinana. That's a decent gain to about the 43 with forward progress. It's a gain of 8. That is not a gain of 5. That ball was at the 35. It's a gain of 8. Third down and 5 to go for the 43. Under 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Now from the pistol, Marquez is going to roll out to his left. Pressure coming, throws, tipped, and it's caught. It's a first down along the left sideline to the 40. Miguel Davila slams into a defender and is down right in front of the Fort Morgan bench, and he's not getting up. He is not getting up. That was a collision, a major league collision near the Mustang bench at about the 35-yard line. We'll see where the ball is spotted. But as soon as those players collided, the Lion got up and the Mustang stayed down, unfortunately, and Miguel Davila.
Yeah.
And hopefully he just got his bell rung. And that ball was initially tipped, and then Davila caught it off the deflection.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I don't know if his...
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah.
He's up. He's okay, but that certainly stung a bit, quite a bit. And the Mustangs are back in Lutheran territory. Let's see where they spot the football. At the 36, so it's a gain of 21. Udavila, 1st and 10 for Fort Morgan, back in Lutheran territory. They played a solid first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked good. A few mistakes, but they're holding Lutheran pretty good.
1 minute to go in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the 36 from the pistol. Man in motion to the right. Lopez Sarinana, handoff right up the middle. There's a nice hole for Samson Ortega, and he backs his body to about the 30 for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, a little misdirection there.
Yeah, they'll give him maybe a gain of 5 instead. No, they're saying at the 30. The board is wrong. They've got 35, but it is at the 30-yard line. The play clock is at 7 seconds. On 2nd down, Marquez looks to throw. The slant is going to be caught and drilled. Off the catch is Charlie Langford. He took a shot. And let's see, that's going to be a 1st down. Only a gain of 3, and that's the end of the opening quarter with a score Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Along with Brian Nickel, I'm John Beltran, back from Lutheran High School in Parker. We head to the second quarter. Lutheran leads 7-6, but the Mustangs have it 2nd down, make it 3rd down and 1 at the Lutheran 27-yard line. From the pistol, will this be to Ortega? It will. Running to his right, stutter stepping, and he's going to be held short. In fact, he's going to lose a yard and driven back. He was trying to follow a blocker and didn't get it. And Cole Johnson amongst the others who brought Ortega down to the turf. That's 3 carries for 0 yards so far for Sampson. 4th down and 2 from the 28-yard line for the Mustangs.
I think they're going to run it down.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a timeout. They'll take a timeout. They'll let the play clock run down. And they'll call their first timeout. Brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil off I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Brian, a game like this, you got to look for small victories. A 7-6 first quarter on the road against a playoff team, that's a small win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lutheran's number 7 in the RPI right now. And, did you said small victories, and that was. I mean, you're down 7-6. You scored first. Even with all the adversity that was going on with the penalties they had back and forth on both of them, and Fort Morgan still got on the board first.
Yeah.
If they can pick up this 2nd down or this 4th down and keep a little bit of momentum on their side.
4th down and 2 to go for the Mustangs at the 28-yard line. They've had the ball in Lutheran territory now 3 times.
Yeah.
Capitalized the first time. Well, Charlie Langford had 4 receptions in the first quarter for 64 yards. On 4th down and 2, the Mustangs going for it at the Lutheran 28-yard line. From the pistol, 2 receivers to the left. Play action. Marquez to throw off his back foot. Broken up, intended for Aguirre at the 24-yard line and broken up by the defender. That was excellent timing. And that'll be Lutheran football. Solid defensive play, Brian.
Yeah, he was right there just about the same time the ball was there.
Well, the bottom line is that JJ could not hold on to the ball for another millisecond because the pressure was right on top of him.
Go deep.
1st and 10 for Lutheran. This quick strike offense at their own 28-yard line, up 7-6, less than a minute into the second quarter. Halftime feature coming up as well. 2 receivers split each side. Dogard, low snap. Receiver screen out to the right is caught in a short gain. That's a big-time tackle by Samson Ortega. The ball was caught by Herbeck, a gain of only 2 to the 30. 2nd down and 8, again right up to the line of scrimmage. 4th reception by Herbeck. shy of the 30-yard line. Low snap again. There's the give right up the middle and nothing. 0 on that carry. And a few Mustangs in to make the play. That was Evan Holdridge, who also had a fumble earlier in this. I don't see Sawyer Wald out there. I think he's the leading.
He is a leading rusher.
Yeah, but unless he's hurt. Trips to the left. 3rd down and 8 for the 30. Now the slant is going to be intercepted at the 30-yard line and down at the 26. Oh, man, thrown right into the hands of the Mustang defender.
Number 20, but I don't have a name.
That was not on the original roster. Yeah, let's see if the a beautiful pickoff, second turnover. Mustangs have it at the 27. Added it all, Brian, to the...
I do not have it.
Come on, here we go.
Well, we'll see if we get a name for that. We don't have him on the roster. 1st down and 10 for the 27-yard line. Naked backfield. Ortega's a receiver out to the right. 2 to the left. Marquez awaits the snap. There it is. Back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws out to his right, and it's dropped by Langford at the 25-yard line. Well, we'll see if we get a name. We don't have number 20 for Fort Morgan on the roster, but we'll see if we can get a name there. Marquez has already thrown the ball 14 times. Brian, it's like the quarterback Dogard never saw him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. That Yatelli Busanera with the interception for the Mustangs. An excellent play. He basically was just playing assignment football, just cutting off that lane. Wiedrich resets to the left of the formation. 2nd down and 10 for the 27. Looked like there was motion, no whistle. The handoff and a gain of 1. Aguirre went down very awkwardly as he was one of the lead blockers.
Yeah.
But the football went to Ortega. No gain. 3rd down and 10, and the Mustangs have absolutely no running game tonight with 9:45 to go, second quarter. Lutheran with a 7-6 lead, but you're not in field goal range. You got to get a little bit closer, Brian.
Yeah, that's a little far out yet.
And kicking right to left. Receivers split each side. Marquez to throw. Out to his left. The pass is caught by Lopez Sarinana. Spins out of a tackle. A 1st down along the left sideline. Crossing the 15 to the 14. And it's a gain of 13. And a lot of that was Lopez Sarinana, his 3rd reception of the game.
Yeah, once he got the ball, he spun away from that one kid, but couldn't quite get out of the grasp of the second.
I'm telling you, he's played some excellent football the last 2 games. Some real solid football. On 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. The Mustangs are knocking on the door. Marquez with a man in motion. That's Lopez Sarinana. Handoff right up the middle, and that's going to be a loss. They have no running game right now.
No.
A loss of 1 to the 15. 2nd down and 11. Ortega really with nowhere to go for Fort Morgan.
Yeah, they're not getting a push on that offensive line at all.
And there's a lot of gang tackling as well, making it that much more difficult for the Mustangs. On 2nd down and 11 for the 15, and, well, that was offsides by a mile by Keaton Ryman, a senior defensive tackle. He was almost closer to the quarterback than Ortega was.
DJ's done that this year. He's got a inflection there that will draw him off.
Well, that sets up a 2nd down and 6 with the ball just shy of the 10-yard line. Hard count by Marquez out of the pistol formation. Awaiting the snap inside of 8:15 to go. The play clock is down to 8. Number 8 has the football. He's going to hand it off to Ortega. Running out to his left, bouncing it out to the outside. He's able to barrel his way for about 2 or 3 yards, close to a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked kind of funny. It looked like he had taken off too early, but they didn't throw a flag. So
Well, not that close to a first down. I'm a little bit off here. Gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 4. They've got 3rd and 4 from the 8, but it looks like the mark to make is the 5-yard line. Let's call it 3rd down and 3. The Mustangs are in field goal range. At the 8-yard line, in motion to the right, Lopez Sarinana, handoff Ortega. He is stuffed in the backfield, thrown down. Somebody missed a block.
yeah,
Because that was an easy play made by the big lineman there, the defensive lineman. Yep.
6'3", 270.
Well, the Mustangs might go for it. On 4th down and 5 from the 10. Under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lutheran leads 7-6, and what do we have?
Too many guys.
Illegal substitution. Well, I mean, a field goal attempt is not out of possibility. It would be about a 32-yarder. And Davila certainly has the leg, and he's kicked a few field goals this year.
Looks like they're still going to go for it, though.
Yep. They're going to try to throw their way to a first down on 4th down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Marquez has thrown 15 passes in the opening half. Trips to the right, back to throw, pressure up the middle, flushed out to his right, got to get rid of the football, throws towards the end zone, and a dive, it's incomplete. Oh, Langford had a step on the defender along the sideline, but he dove and it was off his hands, incomplete. And Lutheran takes over on downs. A tough throw made by JJ, and nearly a perfect one.
Yeah, it was just out of his reach, and it was, if it had been a yard back or so, it would have went right into his hands, but Charlie did what he could and just couldn't quite come up with it.
Lutheran has it at their own 15 with 6:25 to go in the second quarter. A 7-6 lead for the home team. From the shotgun, and that ball is loose, and it's picked up, and it's still loose. The Mustangs are going to fall on it at about the 7-yard line. Cade Underwood recovers. It went off the quarterback and the running back, and that's the 3rd turnover by Lutheran. And the Lions are playing a very sloppy first half.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking past Fort Morgan and looking for next week, but that's not the way to go into the playoffs.
Well, now the Mustangs got to take advantage. You're +3 in the turnover column. You're down 7-6, but now you have the ball at about the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for Fort Morgan. Yeah, Lutheran looks completely unfocused.
Yeah.
A turnover on special teams and 2 offensively. Rolling out to his left is Marquez. He throws into the end zone, a dive incomplete. In the back of the end zone, Lopez Sarinana. 2nd down and 10. That was a well-designed play. Nearly had it. But throwing against your body is not too easy either.
Yeah, you know what? I see that a lot with this offense where they roll them out to their left and they try to throw it back, and that is just a tough throw. But JJ bought some time when he rolls out like that, gets away from that pocket, and he can see downfield a little bit better and gives him a little more time.
On 2nd down and goal for the Mustangs at the 7-yard line. 7-6, they trail. There's the snap, back to throw Marquez. He'll throw out to his right, tipped, incomplete. Intended for Langford at about the 6-yard line. It wasn't going to go for much more than a yard and broke it up. And now JJ is only one of his last 6 for 13 yards. Now you do have to consider a field goal attempt if you don't score. I mean, you don't want this to go for naught.
Yeah.
Especially with Lutheran giving you the football inside the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 7. 2 receivers out to the right. Lopez Sarinana and Langford. Hard count.
They got to go. The clock's going to run out.
And did they call a second timeout? They did. Second timeout has been called by Fort Morgan. Yeah, you can't trail after this drive, Brian. You cannot trail. Not when they've given you incredible field position. Only a 7-6 lead for the Lions, but the Mustangs have made no mistakes offensively in terms of turnovers. And Lutheran with a special teams mistake, the interception by Busoneta, and then the fumble recovery by Kate Underwood.
Yeah, they need to take advantage of it. The only thing they're really doing so far is taking some time off the clock and keeping it away from Lutheran, but Lutheran's causing their own problems tonight.
Yeah.
It looks like to me they're just looking past Fort Morgan. And Morgan comes in 2-7. They're 7-2. Been scoring 30 points a game. They think, well, we've got this game taken care of. So we'll see what happens here on 3rd and 7.
Miguel Davila did get hurt. That's thank you to Rob Caruth who just pointed that out. He took a shot along the sideline, and I guess that knocked him out even for kicking duty. So that's why they cannot consider the field goal attempt. So they're going to have to go for it if they don't score on this play. 3rd down and goal from the 7. Man in motion to the left is Lopez Sarinana. Marquez back to throw. Out to his right towards the end zone. Intercepted at the goal line. Intercepted and down at about the 2. As I think Langford made the tackle. Let's see who picked it off.
Number 11.
But, yep, it's intercepted over there.
Mason Kelly.
And now do we have a flag down?
There is a flag about the 5, it looks like.
Let's see. No, it's going to go against Fort Morgan. Well, you can tell this is a revamped offensive line. Why do you have ineligible men downfield? That should not happen on a straight pass play.
And I don't know who it was on. I know their center right now is a sophomore, Jonas Sherman. Not saying that's who it was on, but they're starting some young kids in there tonight on.
Yeah, no, it's a revamped offensive line. So the Mustangs turn it over. First turnover by Fort Morgan. And JJ just tried to find a seam in there, but the bottom line is that there was no separation. When there's no separation, the quarterback has to do a magic trick. From their own 3-yard line, Dogard looking for a clean snap. They've had a lot of terrible snaps tonight. Low snaps, one off to the left, and now Lutheran has to call a timeout. Well, all of a sudden we are moving along in a very methodical fashion. 6:02 to go in the opening half. Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6. We've been at 6 minutes for a while, Brian.
Yeah, it's like deja vu all over again here. We just can't get anything going here. Let's see if Miguel is going to be able to come back. He's walking the sidelines here. I don't know if he...
Yeah, they could certainly use him, but if he's banged up after that shot he took
might be
off that complete pass that went for about 23 yards, then they won't have a kicker, and they do have to kick off to begin the second half. And at that point, you're just going to squib it anyway if you don't go with your number 1 kicker.
Yeah, they'll have in there. He's the one that usually kicks off. He's been punting tonight too, I believe.
Yep, he did, and punted very well.
Frank Urias is on the sidelines, not dressed out.
1st and 10 from the 3. Perfect snap. Receiver screen is caught underneath, but not for much, to about the 6-yard line. Herbeck with a catch. Langford was around the football. 2nd down and 7 to go from the 6 quickly. Up to the line of scrimmage. Dogard rolls out to his left, looking. He'll throw it towards the sideline, incomplete. Lopez Sarinana with outstanding coverage on McNeilis. 3rd down and 7. The Mustangs are playing solid defensively. You got an interception. They broke it up a 4th down play, and this is not an easy offense to contain.
No, they've been doing a nice job. They've been getting some pressure on Dogard.
3rd down and 7 from the 6-yard line. Lutheran on their own end of the field. The Mustangs trail by 1. 5:40 to go, second quarter. Low snap again. Dogard to throw, stepping up, rolls out to his left. Mustangs come with pressure. The pass is going to be incomplete. Off McNeilis' hands at the 23. Now there's a flag down. Make it 2 flags down. Ineligible man downfield. That'll be declined.
Yep. Yeah, he held on to it for a long time. That's a lot of ineligible men downfield in one game. You don't see that hardly all year.
I know, that's crazy. It'll be 4th down and 7 to go from the 6-yard line. For Lutheran. And now the Lions to punt. I can't get the number of that punter. They are wearing the dark uniforms with dark numbers. Standing near the back of the end zone. There comes the rush. A high end over end. It's going to bounce at the 50. Take a huge Lutheran roll inside the 25 to the 20 now, down to about the 19-yard line.
I don't think they saw it. I think
holy mahungus.
Yeah.
That punt just went for 75 yards with a roll. Well, that changed everything. If that's the 19, if I got that right. We'll see. We'll see if that's the official spot, Brian. We're on the other, across the way, but that changes. Yep, 75-yard punt with a roll. Mustangs did not anticipate that.
They were well over their heads. Well, they got the wind behind them for one thing, but that was a pretty darn good punt.
5:17 to go before the break. It's Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6. Mustangs 81 yards away from the end zone. Looking to throw as Marquez. Slant is caught underneath across the 20 and getting loose for a short gain. Looks like that is Lopez Sarinana. Yeah. And we'll check out the gain there.
Gain of 2, it looks.
Yeah, yep, to the 21. 2nd down and 8, just across the 20-yard line. Mustangs again looking over for play instructions on their own sideline on 2nd down and 8. Play clock is down to 5. They've only got 1 timeout remaining. Sarinana's in motion to the right. There's the snap. Marquez looks to throw. The slant is caught by Langford, and he spins for a 1st down across the 30 to the 34. It's a gain of 13.
Yeah, JJ's looking good. I mean, that ball is right there. He's putting him right in the gut of the receivers.
And for Langford, that is 5 receptions for 76 yards. We're down to 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes to go in the opening half. The Mustangs have it 1st down and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Should say 33. They got to have it wrong on the board. We better rely on ourselves here. From the pistol. Turning, Marquez, pressure, throws off his back foot, incomplete. That's a good release, just get rid of that football towards Aguirre at the 35-yard line. That's where Marquez has come a long way. Maybe earlier in the season or last year he might have taken a sack, but he knows get rid of that football.
Yeah,
and now you've saved yourself some yardage, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Lutherans brought their hitting pads tonight. They've been hitting pretty hard, and I don't think JJ wants any part of that.
With 3:50 to go before the break on 2nd and 10 from their own 33-yard line. The board still hasn't figured it out yet. Low snap, Marquez to throw, flushed out to his right. Got to get rid of this football now. Flag is down, he throws it away over the Fort Morgan bench. That's going to be a Mustang penalty and set up a 3rd and 10 unless they take the penalty. And they might take the penalty, Brian, just to establish better field position. Is that cannot be ineligible again, is it? We'll see. It could
Holding.
be. No, thank goodness. Yeah, they'll take it because they want better field position. It'll be 2nd down. Now it should be. What? Am I wrong? I mean, do they not realize where the yard marker's at? That was at the 33 to begin with. They don't know what they're doing up there. That's not at the 13-yard line. It's clearly at the 23, yet for some reason they're having issues up in the press box deciphering on a perfectly readable field. On 2nd down, Marquez, screen out to his left. It's caught over there by Ortega. He's got nothing. I mean, that play was not going to work at all because, first of all, he wasn't that isolated, Brian.
No.
They were already coming for him like it was a running play. And now Lutheran, I think, is going to take their second timeout. And let's see if that's a loss.
Back to the.
Yeah, don't rely on the board. They don't know what they're doing up there.
Look like inside the 20, maybe.
Yeah, the 19, so that's
Yep.
a loss of 4. And they might know what they're doing, but they haven't picked up on their mistake. And now they finally have. So it's at the 19. We'll call it the 19. 3rd down and about 23 to go. Yeah, there's more of a wind than I thought, Brian, so
Yeah,
we're going to have to...
It's not as cold, though.
we will have a very short post game once we get there, but we're not at halftime yet. Although a little bit colder than we bargained for. On a 3rd down and 23 to go from the 19-yard line, the Mustangs down only 7-6 against the number 7 team in the RPI, the Lutheran Lions, on the road in Parker. The Mustangs have committed 1 turnover, Lutheran with 3. And you know that Lutheran probably will score before the half because they're going to get very good field position.
Yep.
And as many mistakes as they made, they're not going to make them all night. Naked backfield. Stop the music for crying out loud. 3rd down, back to throw. Marquez is blasted. The ball is loose. It's still loose, and Lutheran picks it up. And JJ took a shot. There is a flag down. There is a flag down, and the Mustangs could catch a break if it's against Lutheran. But he was blindsided. The ball came loose. Lutheran recovers. And now let's see what the flag is all about. The penalty marker is resting inside the 20-yard line.
Another chop block.
Well, it's a chop block, and they still could not protect the quarterback, and Lutheran's got great field position. And Brian, we saw that coming pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was a tough hit.
First and goal at the 6. In the backfield is Evan Holdridge. They haven't run the ball a ton. Neither team has. Dogard is 5 yards behind center from the 6-yard line. There's the give right up the middle and spinning out of a tackle inside the 5 to about the 3, maybe the 2, is Evan Holdridge. A gain of about 4 at the 2. And to Holdridge again, and he's going to be held short.
Yep.
He might have gotten a yard. And that's about it. He was stacked up beautifully, and there's a Mustang not getting up. There was a major collision. That looks like Wyatt Patterson in the middle on his knees. With 3rd and goal at about the 1-yard line. Just getting up slowly now.
Yeah.
Under his own power. So 3rd down at the 1-yard line. I mean, Patterson had a heck of a first quarter. And he's been in on a lot of plays, even in the second. But again, you can only hold down this beast long enough, Brian, especially on the road against a team headed to the playoffs.
Yeah, and then turn it over in the red zone like that. Easy pickings for him, although it hasn't been on the first 2 runs.
No. I mean, they still have to score. It's 3rd down and goal from the 1.
Even with that big left tackle they got out there. Alex Zakeem, 6'8", 225.
Wow. Well, I can tell you this. Their best weapon in the running game is actually not, without Walden there, it's probably the quarterback, and they're under center, and now a quarterback sneak, and there's a flag down. That looks like it's going to go against Lutheran. I don't think that was offsides. I think that's against Lutheran. I don't know if they ever got set. Yep, illegal motion. Yeah, that's not a shift. That's a motion penalty. 2 of them is a shift. 1 of them is a motion. So now it's 3rd down and goal from the 6, which was the original line of scrimmage. Now they might have to throw. I mean, Lutheran has played incredibly sloppy football tonight with the 3 turnovers. That's a basic play, and they still committed a mistake there. They're keeping the Mustangs in this game.
Yeah, if they continue that into the playoffs, they'll be a one and done.
Dogard awaits the snap, 5 yards behind center. Johnson realigns. There's the pass into the end zone, broken up on the slant. Charlie Langford broken up on the pass, intended for Herbeck. It's 4th down.
Yeah, Charlie was right there.
No, that
was able to knock it down.
Outstanding defense there by Charlie Langford on the 3rd and goal. Now 4th and goal. And there's no doubt that Lutheran's going to go for it. Just over 2.5 to go here in the opening half. Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6. The Mustangs took a 6-0 lead in the first quarter on a 28-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Marquez to Charlie Langford. And then Lutheran countered in later in the quarter. Now they're going to call a timeout, a 10-yarder from Riken Dogard to Cole Johnson. For as many opportunities as these offenses have had, they've not been able to take advantage.
Yeah, the defense has been playing outstanding tonight. But also Lutheran has turned it over 3 times, which has taken the possession away from them.
And the Mustangs have committed 2 turnovers. Regular season finale for the Mustangs. Lutheran will be in the 3A playoffs. Bracket comes out on Sunday. We'll be in Rifle tomorrow on Sister Station 1010 KSLR for the Bee Diggers and Rifle Bears in the opening round of the 2A playoffs with kickoff at 1 o'clock. Second time Brush and Rifle are playing in Rifle this season. Rifle won on September 22nd, 28-14, but in that game it was 20-14 with about 4 minutes to go. Brush blocked the field goal. It deflected and ricocheted into the hands of the holder, who went for a touchdown.
Jeez.
And Brian, what did we see last week in the Northfield game? Not quite the same thing, but it was a botched field goal attempt, and the kicker took off and picked up a first down, not a touchdown.
Crazy.
4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. Dogard with a running back to his right. Back to throw, plenty of protection, looking, stepping up, throws out to his right, and it's
incomplete.
Broken up. Just beyond the goal line, and Charlie Langford again in on the coverage. And Herbeck was the intended receiver. Holy mahungus, the Mustangs are staying right in this game. And Dogard's last 5 passes, 1 for 5, 3 yards, and a pick. And now the Mustangs have it, but they're backed up to their own 6-yard line with 2:28 to go. Yeah, I don't know if they can pull off a big play, but it would be nice.
Let's see if they can get at least get a first down, keep it out of the hands of Lutheran here, and don't.
Well, you need a quick throw because J.J. took a shot last time, and there's going to be a quick handoff and a nice hold, but a flag is down. That's a Mustang hold as Ortega got to about the 10-yard line. Are they going to call another chop block here? Oh, it's one or the other. It's a chop block or a hold, but it's against Fort Morgan.
That's the 3rd one, chop block.
Personal foul, illegal shot block, number 66 and 67 on the offense.
Well, that's the thing. You can't have 2 engaged with 1 player. They're going to have to clean up those assignments. One's got to block one, one's got to block the other. Now, it's only a 3-yard penalty. First down and 13 from the 3, half the distance. And the clock is running. The Mustangs just want to get to halftime, trailing 7-6. On first down, and should be at the 3-yard line at 1st and 13. Again, I can't rely on that board.
Yeah,
that's about as inaccurate as possible. Marquez is going to hand it off on the right side, and nothing there, and held up, and nearly a safety.
Wow.
A loss back to the 1 on the give there to Ortega. They're going to have to pass their way out of this mess. 2nd down.
14.
Yeah, but they still haven't adjusted the yard line, the yard marker. 2nd down and 15 to go for the 1. They're going to have to pass out of this. 1:45 to go before halftime. Marquez awaits the snap. Marquez is 4 yards into the end zone. Maybe a quick slant, but do not take a safety, and certainly you can't hand this thing off the way it's going. Marquez looks to throw. Heaves it deep up the right side. Pass is going to be broken up, intended for Lopez Sarinana at the 42-yard line, and incomplete.
And they were face guarding on that, and they not going to get it.
Well, Gavin Downing didn't turn around, but I don't think he had his hands up, Brian. If he had his hands up, he
had his hands up.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, that high? Well,
yeah, he was running
could have gone either way.
Yep, but Mustangs didn't get the call.
3rd down and 15. That's a heck of a throw, but it's hard to make that throw. It's a long throw.
Yeah.
I still would have liked to see something much shorter just to get him out of that jam. 1:25 to go, second quarter. Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6. Marquez to throw. Heaves it deep up the left side. That pass is going to be caught! Holy mahungus! A catch by Charlie Langford to about the 37. A gain of 36 and a first down.
Wow. Same play except on the other side.
Langford now has 6 receptions for 112 yards. What a shot there. A big pass there from Marquez to Langford. They don't need to score. Now they just need to keep possession of the football with 1:06 to go, the clock running. The Mustangs are down to 1 timeout on 1st and 10 from the 37. Marquez to throw. Heaves it up, and they're triple teamed, and that pass is going to be broken up at the 32, intended for Lopez Sarinana. 2nd down and 10. The Mustang fans wanted a pass interference, but it was close, but it wasn't blatant, Brian. It has to be obvious.
No, and he was well covered. There was 3 lined right there in the area.
Yeah, which tells you that JJ probably had somebody else open and didn't see him. On 2nd down and 10 for Fort Morgan at their own 37. 56 seconds to go before the break. This is Morgan County's B106 KPRB Brush. Fort Morgan to throw. The pass is going to be caught by Langford, and that looks like a first down. He took another shot at the 48-yard line. A gain of 15, but he's staying on the ground.
Yeah, he's taking a beating tonight. He's feeling it.
Well, Charlie Langford's played a heck of a game. That's now 6 receptions, make it 7 in the first half for 127 yards unofficially. 1st and 10 at the 49, 43 seconds to go. Clock is running, low snap. Marquez throws it out to his right. Caught by Lopez Sarinana, makes a move back towards the sideline. He's across the 40 to the 36. It's a gain of 13 and a first down. Well, keep going here. 36 seconds to go. The clock restarts after the movement of the chains. And now JJ is going to spike it into the ground.
Yeah, they just need to learn. Angel just needs to learn to run out of bounds. He was trying to get more yardage, but he should have just headed out of bounds and saved a couple of seconds.
Marquez has thrown 29 times in the first half unofficially. Wow. Sometimes he doesn't throw that in a span of a whole game or 2 games. But you have to here. The Mustangs don't have a running game. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. The drive started at Fort Morgan 6. Now they're in Lutheran territory. Marquez back to throw, out to his right. It's caught, and Langford makes the catch and then goes out of bounds at the 33, but that's a short gain. It's about 3 yards there, Brian.
Yeah.
8th reception of the opening half. 28 seconds to go. This is impressive, man. This is really impressive. 3rd down and 8 from the 33. Receiver split out to the left. Marquez to throw. Pressure up the middle. Off his back foot. Incomplete.
Roden Jess out there.
Yeah, basically the tight end in that formation. Excuse me. 4th down and 8 for the 33. 23.8 seconds to go before the break. Long second quarter, very long, slow-moving second quarter with 30 passes thrown by Marquez. This could be a 3-hour game.
Yeah.
On 4th and 7 from the 33, Marquez looks to his left. He's hit as he throws. It's going to be caught underneath, but short of a first down at about the 28. Coming back for the football was Langford, but it's only a 5-yard gain. They needed more. Well, what a heck of a first half. Yeah, J.J. Marquez has thrown well over 150 yards. We'll get some totals here at halftime. And now the Mustangs call a timeout, 17 seconds to go.
I think they're probably going to tell them, don't let anybody behind you, because Lutheran may be looking downfield to
Oh,
try
yeah.
to get something out of this. It's been a very physical game, that's for sure. Charlie's still out there, but he's taking some pretty good hits.
Yeah, he's banged up, but he's playing hard and playing well.
He knows this is his last high school football game, and he's going to give it all he's got, and he is. Not that he doesn't every week. Charlie
no,
is,
but this
Charlie
could
gives it
I mean,
110.
usually when it's your last high school football game, it's your last football game.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is not a sport that carries on after high school. It can for some. And Charlie's certainly good enough to play at the next level. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Lutheran at their own 30-yard line. They've got a timeout remaining. Up 7-6, 17 seconds to go. Dogard back to throw, stepping up, pressure coming, pass over the middle, incomplete. Behind McNeilis at the 42. We have had almost 50 combined passes in the opening half. We're going to be here all night.
Yep.
12 and a half seconds to go. On 2nd and 10 for Lutheran at their own 30. 2 receivers split out each side. Dogard, 3-step drop, now retreats, sets up a screen, caught by Johnson along the right sideline of 1st down and out of bounds. Across the 40. Got to the 41, 6.3 to go. Are they going to backtrack that football?
At the 40.
Yeah, unless there's a defensive penalty. This could be the final play of the opening half. On 1st and 10, 6.3 to go. Six yards behind center. Dogard is going to pitch it right. That is Johnson along the sideline. He's going to have some time. He goes out of bounds. 2.6 to go near midfield. And now there's some pushing and shoving.
Get out of there, boys.
Yep, and now we're going to have flags thrown. I'm not sure, but Noah Aguirre took exception to something, and he's not the only one. But there's a Lutheran lying down, and I have no idea what that's all about. The gain was about 8 or 9. There's an offensive lineman down for Lutheran, and now this first half's going to take that much longer to finish. And Samson Ortega walking off the field as well, but I'm not sure what precipitated that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But a lot of pushing and shoving along really into the Lutheran bench.
Yeah, this Lutheran guy that was down, I don't think that had anything to do with
No, that was isolated.
what was happening over there.
Well, I'm just glad we're not on the Lutheran sideline like we were 2 years ago for the playoff game where there was a profanity-laced tirade, especially when Fort Morgan had clinched the game. And not by the Lutheran players or coaches, by
fans.
1 or 2 of the fans. It was disgusting. Really disgusting. So let's see what this is about as they sort out the penalty or penalties. Maybe it's against both teams. The offensive lineman for Lutheran is off the field. That's Lucas Knowles, a senior at 6 foot 215. The gain was about 8 yards.
Oh.
There you go.
It was the bench that got him this time.
Well, there's 2 penalties against Lutheran, 1 against Fort Morgan. The personal foul's offset.
Right.
But then the unsportsmanlike conduct takes the ball back to the 33. And this should be the final play, thankfully, the opening half. It's only the first half. There is no way we will get to the Colorado Prep scoreboard show by 9:30. That's an impossibility. Because we're already at 8:15. And we're not at halftime yet. On the final play, Dogard to throw from his own 33. Heaves it deep up the right side. It is tipped incomplete. And that is thankfully the final play. Well, hold on. I better check. Brian, is that the final play?
It looks like it. They're running off the field. So. Unless they come back.
Is that the longest? We've had long second halves.
Yep. Yeah. What would be an hour and 16 minutes on a first half,
we'll get to the halftime show brought to you by Morgan Community College. Lutheran 7, Fort Morgan 6 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with Brian Nickel. Julian Benitez will kick off for the Mustangs. Miguel Davila hurt in the opening half. On an offensive play, Lutheran leads 7-6. Mustangs played so well defensively, and actually, J.J. Marquez threw for nearly 200 yards. They just could not get the ball into the end zone a second time after scoring in the first quarter. And this is going to be pooched along the sideline, and it's loose. It's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line. And excellent special teams play by the Mustangs at about the 30. We're blocked off a little bit, but that looked like Austin Hall made a nice play. Brian along the sideline, and Lutheran with not great but not terrible field position to begin the third.
Yeah, it's good to see these young kids that are making a difference here in their first year of high school football.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Riken Daugard certainly did struggle in the opening half at quarterback. Threw for less than 100 yards. There were some good defensive plays. This will be a give on the left side to Holdridge. He's got a hole at about the 35-yard line. He's cut down by Carson Roth. And the gain is about 5. 2nd down and 5, quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap. And there's the keeper by Daugard. That's a first down across the 40 towards the 45-yard line. It's a gain of about 10. And they're not messing around now, Brian. They know what happened in the first half. They're not messing around.
Yeah, they're taking it over right now, using that big offensive line.
At the 45, there's the handoff to Holdridge, running to his left across the 50, and he spun down at about the 46-yard line. Gain of about 9. They should not stop the clock there. That should be a 2nd down and 1 to go. On 2nd and 1 from the Mustang 46. Waiting the snap. There it is. Pass out to the left is caught underneath. And that's a first down. A gain of about 2 or 3. That is caught by Weslowski. And again, only for about a gain of 3, but all they needed was 1. Well, now actually 2 yards on that one to Weslowski. 1st and 10 for the Mustang 44. A quick snap. There's the give to Holdridge. And nope. Daugard's going to keep it himself off the fake, and there's a face masking penalty, and he's down at about the 29-yard line, a gain of about 16, and it's going to be half the distance to the goal because the Mustangs committed, probably half the distance. So Daugard picks up 15 yards in the play, and you can see that clearly from here. That ball's going to be in the red zone. It should be at about the 14-yard line in that area. Maybe the 15. They should walk it off another yard. No, it's, just inside the 15. 1st and 10. We've only played a minute. And Lutheran about to score here. Perfect snap. Daugard pass caught out to the right, along the right sideline to the 5 and diving and short of the end zone for a gain of about 14, and another first down is going to be Wickman. 1st and goal at the 1. There's the give to, nope, Daugard keeps it himself off the fake and scores, running to his right. Well, that was very easy for Lutheran.
Yeah.
And it's 13-6, less than a minute and a half into the third quarter. Yeah, there was nothing tricky about that play.
Well, I'm going to guess they probably had a good talking to at halftime. And they're coming out and dominating that line of scrimmage.
Now the extra point is nearly blocked, but it's good. It's made over there by Samuel Smolin. Well, the Lions up 7-6 at halftime. Now lead 14-6. About a 70-yard drive there for Lutheran. But not unexpected, Brian. You figured this offense would answer.
Yeah, they're gonna come out, and I'm sure they heard some words at halftime. I'm sure their coaches weren't happy with the way they played. I can't imagine that they would be. And they drove it right down the field. So we'll see if the Mustangs can answer at least with some time of possession anyway.
Well, they probably sense this could be a running clock by the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they find themselves in a one-point game, nowhere close to it. Nonetheless, the Mustangs to receive. Austin Hall is back deep. One of the two. And this will be a little pooch. Mustangs have to fall on it. And Angel Lopez Sarinana does at the 33 with bodies flying near the football. And that's where Fort Morgan takes over. They've got a revamped offensive line to the Mustangs, but they've held their own. I mean, there's been some chop block issues, but not too bad for game number 10. And for some, not game number 10. You know. Remember, Michael Strange went down to injury earlier this year, several games ago. That certainly hurt the offensive line. 1st and 10. The Mustangs at their own 33-yard line out of the pistol. Lopez Sarinana in motion to the left. Handoff to Ortega. He's tackled in the backfield. A loss.
I think it's Underwood.
Yep, you're right. Underwood thrown for a loss back at the 32. And the tackle was made by Riken Posey. Big man over there. 2nd down. And 11 to go for Fort Morgan at their own 32-yard line. Well, again, Marquez threw 31 times in the first half. He's probably going to have to do something similar, considering that running game doesn't really work. Pass out to his right, tipped, and incomplete. That was tipped to the line of scrimmage by Keaton Ryman. It's 3rd down and 11 to go for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he was right up in his face. That was right in the backfield when he tried to throw that pass. I don't believe that Samson Ortega is going to be available the second half.
Yeah, I think you're right. Do you see him?
I do not see him on the sideline, and I'd heard when I had gone on the other side over there that he was questionable, and I don't see him even on the sideline.
3rd and 11 for the 32. Back to throw is Marquez. Watch out. He's going to take a sack, and there's a flag down. And so is JJ at the 18-yard line.
Threw a flag, I would guess probably holding, and that'll be declined.
You often wonder how a holding penalty is called when there's like 4 guys on top of the quarterback, but we've seen it before.
Yeah.
It's going to be a loss of 12, and the Mustangs will have to punt on this 4th down and 23, and JJ comes off limping to make matters that much tougher.
19. 4th and 23 at the 20.
Mustangs to punt, awaiting the snap, and that Benitez punt bounces at the 50, takes a Mustang roll, and inside the 50, there's the flag down. That'll be a block in the back against Lutheran, a senseless block in the back. Down at about the 37-yard line, not a bad punt. Went for about 43 yards.
Yeah, they've had some good kickers this year. So that'll knock them back 10 yards.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So they'll have it inside their own 30. But now you sense that that Lutheran's going to be tough to stop here. They're going to be tough to stop because what they did on that first drive might have set the tone for the entire second half.
Yeah.
1st and 10. The ball's at the 27-yard line. Dalgard, low snap, hands off to Holdridge, running along the right sideline. A flag is down, and he might go across the 50, and then he's going to be shirt-tailed down at the 44 by Noah Aguirre. That would have been a gain of 29 yards, but it looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, I think it was holding out on that right edge.
Yep. They're going to settle that one back inside the 20.
Yep.
It's been that type of night. Lots of mistakes by both offenses. With 9:03 to go in the third quarter, Lutheran had a 7-6 lead at halftime. It's now 14-6. Reich and Dalgard just scored from 1 yard out in their previous drive. And it's first down and 20 with a football just shy of the 17-yard line. Holdridge is the lone setback. Low snap, bobbled, picked it up. Pass out to the left is caught underneath and swinging it to the outside. That looks like McNeilis. Another flag is down, a first down across the 40 to the 43, but that's coming back, Brian.
It's going to be a blindside block, I believe, over on the other side against, I think Angel got the blind side over there.
I'm going to tell you right now, this game cannot end soon enough, and we're barely into the second half. It's way too sloppy. You got players going down.
Yeah.
Fort Morgan doesn't have anything to play for in terms of a playoff position. They just want to get through this game unscathed. And so does Lutheran, for that matter.
Yeah, player down at, what, the 45?
Yeah, that was the receiver. I believe that, let's see, that's McNellis, who went down after the long gain. But again, the penalty is going to draw them back again.
Yeah.
Premier Farm Credit, another outstanding sponsor of Morgan County Athletics. Again, the Mustangs playing a really good first half tonight. And only down by 8. You never know what happens, but looks like Lutheran has stepped it up a notch in the early moments of this third quarter. Brush and Rifle tomorrow, 1 o'clock on 1010 KSIR from Rifle in the first round of the 2A playoffs. And still being attended to near the 45-yard line was the receiver for Lutheran.
Yeah, I didn't see what had happened. I was kind of watching behind the play where they had thrown the flag. So let's see if they bring the players off the field here for a little bit.
It doesn't look like that serious of an injury. He's not flat on his back.
Well, then they got him up on his feet.
Again, just hard to tell who that is. I think it's Tegan McNellis. Well, if it's 7, it's McNellis. If it's somebody else, it's. Then we'll have to decipher who that is.
It's either 7 or 11. I can't tell. Mason Kelly, maybe I can't tell. He's behind the bench now, so.
Well, it's first down and about, you'd think about 30 here. Football's at the 14. How is that only 20? Well, the block was downfield. That's why. First down and 21 from the 14-yard line. Left hash mark. Dalgard barking out the signals, awaiting the snap. He's got the football. He's going to pass it out to his right. That is caught underneath. And then the ball is loose, and the Mustangs have it. That pass was complete, caught by Herbeck. And then at Fort Morgan recovered. Did they call that a catch and a fumble? Herbeck caught it. Oh, it's going to stay with Lutheran. It was recovered by, looks like Wesolowski. Jumped on it for Lutheran.
Yeah, I thought maybe Adam or Montez was going to be able to get on it, but couldn't quite get to it.
Nope, Reich and Posey jumped on it. Second down, and they lost a yard, 22 from the 13-yard line. They got to get to the 35. And now we have another stoppage. I mean, this is getting intolerable.
I don't know what.
Why do we have another stoppage? Is it a player equipment issue? perhaps on a Mustang who's coming off the field.
Adam Montez, I believe, number 9.
Yeah, we just got to play some football here. I mean, we're talking more than we're actually watching the game. And we still have 7:54 to go in the third. Lutheran leads 14-6. Second down and 22 from the 13-yard line. Daugard, pass out to his left. It's caught underneath and breaking out of a tackle and then across the 20. Are you kidding me? There's another flag down at the 23-yard line. Is this a joke? I mean, I don't know, Brian. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if some of these flags are even necessary.
Yeah, the flag came after the play, basically.
I mean, if these guys are getting paid by the penalty flag, they're getting millions. They might have picked up the flag there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, either way, the gain was 2. Trying to get some help from the board, but that's not going to happen. Third down at about. That's not 5. It's third down at about 15 to go from the 20. Clock still running, 7:22 to go, third quarter. Lutheran by 8. Patterson coming off a blitz. Here's Daugard throwing on the run towards the sideline, and it's caught by Herbeck. A first down to the 46. It's a gain of 26. Oh, that was nearly broken up by Langford, but he threaded the needle.
Yeah, I thought Charlie was going to get there, but couldn't quite do it.
And the pass out to the right side. That's caught along the sideline, crossing the 50 and pushed out of bounds. At the 48-yard line is the tight end, Samuel Perkins. Another one that's short of a first down, but close. It's a gain of about 9. Second down and 1 in Mustang territory. Low snap. Daugard keeps it himself. First down up the middle of the 40, and he spins to the 38 for a gain of about 8 yards. Wyatt Patterson made the play at the 38 of Fort Morgan. There's the snap. There's the give to Holdridge running to his left. Chased down by Underwood from behind after a gain of 3. Second down and 7 yards to go. I mean, they are running a play every 15 seconds. From the 35 of Fort Morgan, Lutheran with an 8-point advantage. On second down, Aaron snap again. Daugard keeps it himself, running to his left, across the 30 to the 25. Again, they did not hold contain on him. It's a gain of 10 for Daugard. And another first down by the Lutheran quarterback. Busanero, who had the interception in the opening half, made the tackle for the Mustangs. On the 25-yard line, the give to Holdridge, running to his right, a seam to the 15, and he stumbles to the 13-yard line. A gain of 12, and now we have a late flag. And now we have a Mustang who's hurt. We do have a Mustang who's down. And again, another reason you just cannot end this game soon enough.
Yeah.
You don't want players hurt. And especially players on the line. So the ball's going to be at the 13. There's a Mustang being attended to at the 20-yard line with 5:51 to go in the third. And Lutheran up 14-6.
Yeah, there was a holding penalty on Lutheran.
Oh, they did throw the flag?
So it's going to be back about the 30.
I'm telling you, if they're getting paid by the penalty marker, they are earning a lot of money tonight.
They'll be able to retire.
And listen, I'm not saying that those flags are unwarranted, but that might be Christian Velasquez.
Yep.
Who's coming off the field.
Left leg injury. And getting caught up in there and twisted around and.
Oh, man. Yeah, he can't really put weight on that. Not much on that left foot. And yeah, it's tough.
Yep. Looks like he'll be done for the night.
Yeah. They just got to Put him on the bench, and hopefully he'll be recovering quickly as possible, but that's probably the last play of the season for him. First down for the 32. Pump. Dalgard heaves it deep up the left sideline. Incomplete. Nice defense there by Lopez Sarinana. He had cut off the receiver at the 10-yard line. Second down and 19 to go for the 32.
Yeah, he was hoping he wouldn't get called for pass interference or the way he came out of there.
Lutheran leads 14-6, 5.5 to go in the third. Colorado Prep scoreboard show will be picked up in progress with Kevin Schaefer. On second down from the 32, Lutheran in Fort Morgan territory. 7-6 was the lead at the break. Trips to the left, one to the right. Dalgard, low snap, will hand it off to Johnson. Daylight to the left side across the 25. And he's short of a first down, but that's one of the bigger runs of the night as another flag and two more flags go flying. He's down at the 17. It's a gain of 15, but this is now getting ridiculous. I mean, come on already. Oh. This is
and then they have to
getting
discuss it.
Well, this is more like a summit now as opposed to a discussion. We've had several of these summits. And that's an offensive penalty. What is Lutheran doing committing penalties on offense post-play?
Yeah, I don't know what they're up to. I don't know if they're trying to intimidate Fort Morgan, and it's not working.
Well, but you don't
It's
need
crazy.
to. I mean,
I know, but they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's their.
Well, but
I think they're still looking back 2 years ago when they got beat here.
But that's not the same team.
I know it's not. it's the Mustangs. That's all. That's all.
No,
they're
you're
seeing.
right. No,
That's all
no.
they're seeing.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, Brian. You're right. You're right. All right, here we go. Third down. It's a post-play penalty, so third down and 17 to go from the 32. Herbeck now discussing things with the quarterback Dalgard, who's got a touchdown in this quarter, approaching the 5-minute mark. Awaiting the snap. There it is. Back to throw. Rolls out to his right. Sets deep over the middle. Open and incomplete. That might have been knocked away by Langford in the back of the end zone, intended for Herbeck. And another penalty marker is down.
Jeez.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Yeah, they're going to decline it. It's against Lutheran.
Let's see what they're.
Yeah, there was a push-off and a pass interference. They'll go for it on a fourth down and 17 for the Mustang 32. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen now. Brian, we have had more plays in this quarter with penalty flags than without.
Yeah. Yeah, it's as you would say, crazy. It's nuts. It's just ridiculous.
On fourth down from the 33 of Fort Morgan. Got to get to the 16. Dalgard to throw. Steps up. Now he's going to throw it into the end zone. That pass is going to be incomplete off the right hand of Herbeck in the back of the end zone, and the Mustangs take over on downs. And there are no flags on the field. Wow, it's about time. And now with 4:45 to go in the third quarter, in a game that is 2 hours old, nearly 2 hours old, we're not even close to being finished. First and 10 at the 32. They kind of changed field position in a way. Snap to Marquez, rolling out to his left. Pressure's coming. He's got to roll out to his right. He doesn't have much to go. He's still running along the sideline, throws across his body, incomplete. And Lopez is upended at the 42, and there's a late flag. I think Marquez was roughed up.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm about to unleash verbally here. You and I were up there 2 years ago when Fort Morgan won, and there's a personal foul against Lutheran. This is totally unacceptable. And the profanity that was unleashed by not too many, but enough for the fans.
Yeah.
And now we're on the opposite side this time, so we're not getting that here on the Mustang side. However, what we're seeing with Lutheran, personal fouls and these late hits and unsportsmanlike conduct, well, you know, they're good every year, Brian, but there are discipline issues, undoubtedly. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 47. This is just not even good football at this point. Fort Morgan trying to capitalize. There's the jet sweep. Running left is Langford. A seam to the 50-yard line, still on his feet, and a stiff arm, and then he's pushed out of bounds. That should be a late hit.
Yeah.
That was clearly late, but no flag is thrown. Brian, did you see that? I thought it was clearly late.
Yeah, there was no need to get after him there.
Let's see how many yards he picked up because we were blocked off at the end. They'll give him the 43. It's a gain of 10 and a first down for the Mustangs. Charlie Langford, 9 receptions in the opening half for close to 150 yards. And Brian, he's laying it all out on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played a heck of a game. From the pistol formation, Underwood in the backfield. Awaiting the snap is J.J. Marquez. 4:27 to go in the third. There's the give to Underwood. He runs into a wall, but he's able to squeeze out about 5 yards to the 38-yard line.
Probably their best run they've had tonight.
Without a doubt. Ortega had one for 6 yards in the opening half, but that was about it. On 2nd down and 5 to go from the 38-yard line. Lutheran with a 14-6 lead. 10-yard touchdown catch by Colt Johnson and a 1-yarder by Riken Daugard. The Mustangs actually had a 6-0 lead on the 28-yard scoring pass from J.J. Marquez to Charlie Langford just past the top of the hour in Parker. This is Morgan County's B106. KPRB Brush Fort Morgan. 2nd down and 5. Man in motion to the right is Lopez Sarinana. He's got the handoff. Stutter steps. Reverses his field. And then is tackled at about the 36. A nifty run, only for 2 yards before he was swallowed up there by Keaton Ryman. 3rd down and 3 to go for Fort Morgan.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be that jet sweep to the right, and then he just stops and pivots back and comes back to the left.
Well, at least the clock is moving. Yeah. And do we have a little bit of a miracle here? I think that's 3 plays in a row without a penalty marker. And now we'll be under 3 minutes before the next play commences in the 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Wiedrich realigns to the right of the formation. Marquez hands off. The ball is on the ground, and Underwood falls on it. He had that issue last week, Brian. Underwood's got to grab that football that happened to him against Northfield, and then he fell on it for a loss of 1. It'll be 4th and 4.
Yeah, he's just not letting JJ get it into him before he closes his arms down, and they're explaining that to him now. So
4th down and 4 to go for the Lutheran 37. Marquez with a hard count, looking over towards the sideline. Aguirre is now in the backfield. JJ with 2 receivers to the right, looking that way. The slant is tipped, and it's caught off the deflection for a 1st down. I don't think that hit the ground. I think Langford caught it off the deflection.
Yep.
Holy mahungus. And the Mustang drive continues on a huge break at about the 30-yard line, a gain of 7. Charlie Langford with his 10th reception of the game, and that being the most unconventional. And now we're inside of 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Fort Morgan is knocking on the door at the 30. They still got a little while. Some territory to cover, I should say, at the 30. Lopez to the left as a receiver. Langford to the right. J.J. Marquez turns, hands it off to Cade Underwood up the middle. He's wrapped up after a gain of a yard to the 29-yard line. Hard to block the middle of that defensive line for Lutheran. 2nd down and 9 to go. And Fort Morgan's done an outstanding job of ball control in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's a positive there, just keeping it away from their offense.
And again, they're going to take their time. They could run 2 plays and get this quarter over with. We're under 1 minute to go in the third. 2nd down and 9 for the 29. And there's the double reverse. The reverse here to Lopez Sarinana running to his right. And there's a flag down, and so is Lopez Sarinana after a gain of 2 or 3. And it looked pretty off the beginning, but that's going to be against Fort Morgan. It's coming back. And it looked like just a hold there, Brian, I think was the preliminary indication.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, it's a hold against the Mustangs. That'll draw them back near the 40-yard line. It'll be at the 39. That'll set up a 2nd down and 19 to go for the Mustangs. Well, this should be the final play of the quarter unless you have an incomplete pass. You know, maybe something short or a screen. You don't want to go too deep here because that could be a risky play. Back to throw is Marquez. There's a screen out to the left, caught by Aguirre at the 40, makes a cut, but is down at the 39, and that's it.
Yeah, they're just...
The play was set up very nicely, but nothing doing for the Mustang offense as the clock is ticking inside of 10 seconds. That should have been and it will be the final play of the third quarter.
Yeah.
With the score from Parker, it is Lutheran 14, Fort Morgan 6 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the fourth quarter. The Mustangs with a 14-6 deficit, but they've got the football on 3rd down and 19 to go. Make it 18 at the 38. Marquez is back to throw. Marquez steps out to his left. He's going to have to run out of it. Gets to the 36, and he's taken down. A gain of 2. And we have a hold against Fort Morgan. Well, that's nothing new in tonight's game. Penalties galore on both sides. That'll be declined. And why are they marking the football back at the 38? He was tackled at the 36.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
I don't even think there. And that's a bad spot. I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point because it's going to be 4th and long anyway at the 37. They've got to get to the 20-yard line. On the second play of the fourth quarter, the Mustangs will go for it. Down by 8. JJ back to throw. Steps up. Heaves it deep up the right side. Langford dropped the ball. Or might have been broken up at the 3. That was close. It might have been tipped away. Charlie had his hands on it and could not come down with it, and Lutheran takes over. That slightly underthrown, Brian, but Charlie almost made the catch.
Yeah, he about fought back through it, but couldn't quite get there.
I thought he was close to drawing a defensive pass interference penalty as well.
Yeah. Somebody that we haven't seen on the field tonight has been Dawson Call.
Well, he got banged up against Northfield on that long pass.
And I think he is.
And done for the season.
Yeah.
But he'll be back. What a great athlete he is. 1st and 10 for Lutheran at their own 37. You know, we haven't kept tabs on how many penalties, but I'm guessing there's been 30 penalty flags in this game.
Yeah.
11:23 to go. Lutheran leads 14-6, and there's Dalgard with a give to Holdridge, and he's wrapped up after a short gain. That is Jackson Wiedrich with a play, a gain of about 1. 2nd down and 9 to go. Lutheran again up to the line of scrimmage. And again, there's the keeper, this time by Dalgard. He's across the 40 to the 41. A couple of Mustangs, including Bonusera, in on the tackle. 3rd down and 6 yards to go from the 36-yard line.
41.
Check it, 41.
Yep.
I was looking at the board. That's what I get for looking at the board when I should just be looking at the field. 10.5 to go in the game. Lutheran 14, Fort Morgan 6. Perhaps a passing situation for the Lions. Dalgard is going to keep it. Throw. Pass is incomplete. That slant went behind Cole Johnson at the 48-yard line. Now, will Lutheran actually go for it? I wouldn't put it past them. They've got that type of offense.
Well,
Nope, they're going to punt. They
Wow.
will punt.
So second punt.
Well, if they win their 4th game in a row and they beat Fort Morgan tonight, they're not going to go into the playoffs with any shred of momentum, Brian.
No, this doesn't look like a playoff team at all.
Well, the only starter that's definitely not in there is Sawyer Wald for Lutheran. There's the snap. And that is a high end over end. Fair catch is called, and it's made at about the 20-yard line there.
Yeah, looks like
in the vicinity
21.
by Frank Urias. Well, the Mustang offense has shown signs of life, but can they go all the way into the end zone and then tie the game with a 2-point conversion? Plenty of time, 10 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the game. Again, the Colorado Prep scoreboard shows slated to start at 9:30. Yeah, we have an outside shot of getting that in time.
Calling it at the 16.
Yep.
Okay.
Noah Aguirre, a junior, now in the backfield for the Mustangs. Back to throw Marquez, looks to his left, throws underneath, the pass is tipped and caught off the deflection. He tipped it to himself. And the receiver there, none other than Charlie Langford. And it's a short gain, maybe about 2 yards. And for Charlie, that's his 11th reception of the game. Marquez has thrown for 200 yards, 200 plus. 2nd down and 8 to go. Said it's at the 16. It certainly doesn't look like the 16.
They gave him his 2nd and 8, should be at the 18.
Yeah. Man in motion to the right as Lopez Sarinana resets on that side. And now we had...
Offside? No, I can't. No.
Nope, it's a false start against Fort Morgan. And that'll push them back inside their own 15-yard line. And that was Charlie taking off a little bit too early. So now it's 2nd down and 13 from about the 13-yard line. Mustangs need a big play. Marquez rolls to his right. That was a quick snap. He throws on a run, caught by Ortiz along the sideline, and then he's taken out of bounds. I think the ball was snapped prematurely, Brian. I don't think Marquez was expecting that.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but they got some positive yards out of it. A little bit.
I'll tell you what. He made limes out of lemons or vice versa, whatever it is, and nonetheless, the gain went to the 20, a gain of about 7. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. 3rd and a long 6. Marquez is going to roll out to his left, still rolling, throws on the run, and that is intercepted along the right side. Across the 20 to the 10 to the 5. It's going to be a touchdown, but let's see, there's penalty flags all over the field.
Yeah, illegal blocks all over the place over there.
Yeah, well, I think the Mustangs were called for an offensive penalty, and then on the return, this will be taken back, but the interception will stand. That interception should stand, but the touchdown will be nullified, and I'm not sure who picked it off. It was a single-digit number, but again, these dark numbers and dark uniforms, tough to see from this vantage point.
Holding offense, number 66. That penalty is declined. After the interception, personal foul, illegal blindside block on the
Well, a blindside block off the interception.
Yeah.
So Lutheran has the ball still in Mustang territory, but nowhere close to the end zone because that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be closer to midfield. All the way at the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. 8.5 to go in the game. Lutheran 14, Fort Morgan 6. It's been a long night. And again, if we finish before 9:30, we'll get it quickly out to the Colorado Prep scoreboard show, so you can listen to that in its entirety at playoff edition coming up tomorrow from 3:30 to 5. Slant pass caught, 1st down. And That's Herbeck. Down inside the 30 to about the 25. They'll place it at the 26, a gain of 14. On 1st and 10, Daugard will hand it off this time, and then he's going to flip it back to Daugard off the handoff, and Daugard is down. Did he flip it? Was that?
No, it was a keeper.
He did keep it, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I got fooled badly, and Daugard is down near the sideline of the 20. Man, he held on to that football and had it in the gut of the running back. So Daugard did keep it, a gain of about 6. See, this is what we're talking about. This doesn't help Lutheran. You get your quarterback hurt, you're done.
Yeah.
And right now, it looks like a lower body injury, or at least, now he's flat on his back.
Yeah, they're looking at his, I can't tell which leg, but it looked like.
But you know what? They're calling those plays.
Yeah.
Lutheran is calling. They're giving the quarterback the option. And here's the deal, Brian. You can get hurt at any time. But to get hurt in the fourth quarter of a game that is essentially meaningless.
Yeah, they need to be looking towards, well, that's the problem. I think they're looking towards next week, the players. And that's why they've played like they have. But you've got to watch out for how do I say it? The coaches need to be looking out for next week and not the players.
That's correct. That is correct. I know Coach Davies does not like moral victories, but this to me is a moral victory for Fort Morgan.
Yeah.
You weren't going to beat this team unless everything went right, and not everything has gone right. There's been too many penalties. Fort Morgan has committed 3 turnovers, as has Lutheran, and yet they're right there with them.
Yeah, they're 8 points back.
Well, Daugard has come off the field, I believe, Brian, and he has to.
I believe, he has to, because he was the reason the clock was stopped. So
8:06 to go in the game. Lutheran leads by 8. It's now 2nd down and 3 at the 20. It was a gain of 7, and that might be Cole Johnson in at quarterback, and it is. He'll hand it off, and that's a big hole for Holdridge right up the middle to the 5. Another flag is down. And let's see what that's all about.
Holding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Rob is as shocked as I am. Unbelievable. Yeah. In fact, they should just paint the whole field yellow at this point. Just paint it yellow. I mean, it would make more, and then throw white flags, because it looks a little bit like a surrender here. Now it's 2nd down, way back near the 30-yard line, and this is Johnson with a keeper running to his right, grabbed around the ankles and tackled by Langford. Across the 25 to the 23, a gain of about 7. Approaching 7.5 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down and 6 to go from the 30. And now I wonder if they're going to take a timeout there. Stephen Robbins way out on the field there, the head coach. Nope, they'll run a play here, and Daugard is back in the game with Holdridge, the running back, to his right. Daugard is looking to pass, now rolls out to his right, stops, pressure comes, Daugard gets out of it, still running to his left along the sideline, and it spins, and a flag is down, and so is he. Had a 1st down, but now that's going to come back.
Yep. Who's down now?
Yeah, a block in the back. And let me tell you, a lot of those flags have been thrown by the back judge.
Yep.
That back judge is probably about 2 more throws away from rotator cuff surgery because he's been chucking them. I mean, he's chucking those flags 20 yards.
Must be getting some work out at the gym.
I'm telling you,
work out here.
I'm telling you, there have been a minimum of 30 penalties thrown in this game. We'll have to roll back the audio. We'll have this up on Facebook and later on our KSIRB 106 YouTube channel.
Christian Velasquez up on his feet and coming off now.
So the football is now at the 30-yard line. Well, forget about starting Colorado Prep Scoreboard show on time on B106. It is on 1010 KSIR beginning at 9:30 because the game just came to a standstill. And now they're not even paying attention to the press box. Now they're finally rolling after the official called for it moments ago. Reich and Dalgard back in.
I know Lutheran likes to do this hurry-up offense, but this would be the spot I think he would want to take all the time off the clock he could. But
yep, 3rd and 14. Dalgard steps up, the pass over the middle, tipped, and nearly intercepted by Aguirre. Oh, Noah had his hands on the ball, and it went right through his hands. 4th down.
Yeah, he had his chance for a pick, and it went right through there. So we'll see what Lutheran wants to do now.
On 4th down, and 14 to go from the 30. 6.5 to go in the game. Lutheran 14, Fort Morgan 6. They will go for it in Mustang territory. Can the Mustangs make another outstanding defensive play? Dalgard back to throw. Here comes the blitz right side. Steps out of it. He throws on the run towards the end zone, and the pass is going to be caught. Holy Mahungus, he caught it just beyond the goal line. A touchdown from 30 yards out.
Number 3.
That is Herbeck with a catch. And Lutheran has extended the lead. It's 20-6. Second touchdown pass of the game for Reich and Dalgard. And he just threw it up there for his receiver.
Yeah, Fort Morgan had some pressure on him, and he got away from a couple of guys, then was able to step up. But
and now the extra point to be attempted for a 15-point lead. With 6:26 to go, another 2 flags are down.
Illegal substitution. They had 12 men in the.
Well, this post game will be quick. This will be quick. We can congratulate the seniors right now, Brian. They've done a heck of a job this year. Without a doubt, all those Fort Morgan seniors, not too many of them.
8, I believe.
Charlie Langford, Adam Montez, congratulations to everything they've accomplished. Jackson Wiedrick. Oscar Ramirez not available today because of injury. The line drive extra point is good. Carson Roth, Michael Strange, Tamboy Kazura, and hopefully I did not miss anybody, although I think I only said 7 names there. But yeah, I'm just looking through my roster again, and that's what I have in terms of seniors on this Mustang squad. Of course, there have been some roster additions, so again, congratulations to the seniors. And the wind is kicking up and the temperature is dropping with a 21-6 Lutheran lead with 6.5 to go in the game. Once again, we'll be in Rifle tomorrow afternoon actually. 1 o'clock kickoff on 1010 KSR Yarbrush and Rifle in the opening round of the 2A state football playoffs. Smolin will kick it off as Lutheran has scored 21 unanswered points. This will be a line drive headed for the end zone and into the end zone.
Here we go, offense!
Well, here we go with Fort Morgan coming the other way.
Keep the clock running.
Yeah, because the weather's starting to become a little bit of a factor, Brian, because of the wind.
Yeah, and he's throwing right into it also.
Yeah. And with this wind, it's like you said, throwing into it, it's very unfavorable. And again, you want to finish this season healthy. I think, to be honest with you, regardless of what happens over the final 6.5 minutes, Fort Morgan has proven their point in this game. They played a solid game.
Yep.
They really have. Marquez looks to throw out to his right. Pass is caught by Lopez Sarinana. Makes a move back to the inside. Across the 30 to the 33. That's a first down and a gain of 13 yards. Oh, no. Another flag is down. Illegal shift against Fort Morgan.
Jimmy.
This is simply unbelievable. You can't celebrate a play without a penalty marker. It just continues. Ball is back at the 15-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Mustangs. The clock at least continues to roll. 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the game. Marquez with a naked backfield. Looks to his left, out to his right. The pass is incomplete, intended for Langford. No flag, 2nd down. Yeah, we're not going to go through the numbers after this game. JJ threw for 189 yards in the first, 181 unofficially. Obviously not the success in the second half he had in the first half. 2nd down and 10 to go. And the more you throw, this is just going to prolong the game.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it again. Looking out to his right. Pass is caught by Langford underneath. Trying to make a move along the sideline across the 40-yard line. Tripped up from behind. That's a 1st down. And that's a nice move by Charlie Langford, working his way out of a tackle. And the gain is going to go for 25 yards.
Yeah, it was a nice catch out there by Charlie. Then pulled away from that tackler.
Amazing. 12 receptions for about 200 yards for Charlie Langford. On 1st and 10, the ball is at the 39-yard line. Movement, and a couple of Lutheran Lions jumped. You know what happens when you jump, Brian? You see a penalty marker.
Yeah. Even when you don't jump at times, I think.
Now it's at the 44-yard line. On a 1st and 5 for the Mustangs. JJ looks to throw. Watch out backside. Heaves it deep up the middle. That could be intercepted. It is at the 21-yard line. 3rd interception throw by JJ and out of bounds. And I believe that's the kicker.
There's going to be a flag right here for blocking the back.
Yeah, but that's not a good pass. That's easily the worst pass he's thrown in this game. There was nothing there, and he just was hoping that the ball wouldn't be intercepted because there was no chance of a Mustang making the catch.
There's plenty of Lions back there.
Well, just another undisciplined play by Lutheran, even though Fort Morgan threw the interception. But why even block? Just let your teammate go out of bounds.
Yeah, he was headed out of bounds, but he had the need to.
I'd be interested to see if they're just going to take some time off the clock, because I agree with you, Brian. You're at the point of the game. You're up by 15. There's 5:17 to go. Take your time in the huddle, eat up some clock, and then get out of here with your victory to close out the regular season.
Yeah, before you get your quarterback hurt and not be able to play in the playoffs.
No, he already went down moments ago, but Daugard back in the game. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. 3 turnovers in the first half by Lutheran. The Mustangs have 4 in the entire game. The snap is errant. The ball is loose. And I think, let's see who got it. Did Fort Morgan jump on that ball? No, Lutheran fell on it.
Daugard got back on it.
At the 34-yard line, a loss of about 7. 2nd down and 17. See, here, this is why just take your time in the huddle.
Yep.
I mean, why even race up to the line of scrimmage, which they're not. Now they're letting the play clock run down a bit, but not much. 2nd and 17 from their own 34. And there's Daugard keeping the football, running up the middle. He runs right into 2 Mustangs, and Bolsonaro takes him down after a gain of about 2 to the 36. 3rd down and 15 to go.
Yep, they just. Yeah, I don't know why they keep running him, but I guess that's our offense. They're going to stick to it, I guess.
Well, but at least they're not running a play immediately. They're taking some time.
But they're still running Daugard. He's keeping the ball.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. On
3rd down and 15 to go from the 36-yard line. Daugard back to throw, steps up. The pass out to the right is caught underneath. That'll be a 1st down by Herbeck. He's free along the right sideline to the 20, to the 10, and he is gone.
Yeah.
That is a 64-yard touchdown pass from Daugard to Herbeck. They have connected twice on touchdowns, and now Lutheran leads by a score of 27-6.
Once again, like last week, the score is not going to be indicative of what this game was.
You're right. The fourth quarter, that's what's gotten Fort Morgan. This was a 14-6 game going into the quarter. And he just caught it underneath and then just went the rest of the way with only one Mustang in front.
Touchdown off a turnover.
We'll keep it right here after the extra point with 3:58 to go and Lutheran up by 22. The extra point is good. 28-6 is now the score. And it's starting to feel like November.
Yeah.
Mustangs will finish off the year 2-8, and Lutheran at 8-2, qualifying for the playoffs. Again, the scoring as follows: J.J. Marquez, a 28-yard touchdown pass to Charlie Langford. Cole Johnson, 10-yard scoring catch for Lutheran to make it 7-6. Then in the third quarter, a 1-yard run by Daugard. And then Daugard with touchdown passes of 30 and 64 yards to Ben Herbeck. That's your scoring. That's your summary. But we still have a little bit more football to play. And there's the kick. High and fairly deep. Bounces at the 5 and into the end zone. You know, I would love to see the Mustangs just run the ball and get out of here, but
yeah. That's not in their makeup either. So.
That's nope.
But I think we're getting a vision of what this team can be.
Yeah, I mean there were some really positive plays tonight for Fort Morgan. It's just they've got their starters out there at their own 20-yard line, down 28-6. And the heater in the car sounds great. Heater in the car, ice on the ankle.
Yeah.
I need both. At the 20-yard line, Marquez looks to throw. Backside pressure, throws on the run, incomplete as he was being shirt-tailed on the release. 2nd down and 10. Marquez has attempted over 50 passes tonight. Almost really lost track. Well, maybe not quite 50, but close to it. Yeah, it's just so many of these now. On 2nd down and 10, J.J. looks to his right, dumps it out underneath to Langford, makes his 13th reception of the game, and then cuts it back for a short gain. And I think it's a short gain, maybe a yard. The shortest of short gains, 3rd down.
Looks like it's a loss.
Yeah, it is.
Loss of 2.
Back to the 18-yard line. 3:25 to go in the game. Lutheran 28, Fort Morgan 6, 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. Back at the 18 on the far side of the field, lining up right hash mark. Langford, the receiver, to the left. Aguirre in the backfield. J.J. looks to throw, steps up, heaves it deep up the left sideline, and it's incomplete, but he was held up.
Yeah.
Langford was held up at the 40, and it looked like he cut his path off, but no penalty marker. They've thrown a flag for everything in this game, but not that time. And the Mustangs to punt. I mean, at some point, somebody's got to throw up the flag here, and I don't mean the yellow, just to say, hey, let's get this game over with.
Throw up the white flag.
I mean, you're prolonging the game, and Langford getting a big embrace from his head coach, Ty Davies, just played a heck of a game. 13 receptions in the last game of his high school career. Benitez to get it off. Fluttering punt. Bounces in Fort Morgan territory, and now picked up by Kelly at the 30 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. The Mustangs didn't down it. Fort Morgan did not down it. And it was picked up by Mason Kelly. He went 30 yards for the score. The Mustangs fell asleep on special teams, and it's 34-6. Listen,
Yeah.
Brian, this is more of the reason. When Fort Morgan gets the ball, enough with the passing, run the ball and get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's just looking ridiculous.
Yep.
And it's not because of that play. It's because what are you looking to accomplish
Yeah.
now?
Not gaining anything.
Right. I mean, there's nothing to accomplish now. Extra point is up and right in between the uprights, and you're right. Well, Northfield scored 26 points in the fourth quarter on Friday, a week ago, and now Lutheran's got 21.
Yeah, that was just I don't know if it's youngsters out there, but they got to know they got to.
Yeah, just down the ball. Somebody's got to down it, but it was picked up on a nice bounce, by the way, by Mason Kelly. Well, let's see what happens now. The Mustangs will receive the kickoff, but I mean, to go into pass formation is, and it's not quitting. Come on,
Right.
It's not quitting. It's just saying, we've had enough. We played a good football game. The last few minutes got away from us. This is a line drive, again, headed for the end zone. It takes 2 bounces, and it's into the end zone. Mustangs at their own 20. We can only hope that they run the ball.
Yep.
Or at least throw short passes.
Right.
Enough with heaving it downfield. I mean, it's too much already.
Yeah, well, they're taking. Charlie has come out. Isaiah Ortiz has come out.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. JJ awaiting the snap. Turned around, handed off, and a short gain to the 22. I'm glad the Mustangs are doing this. Just get out of here as quickly as possible. That was Underwood on the carry. A short gain, 2nd down.
Looked like a loss, according to the sideline anyway.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look the way they're marking it along the sideline. Looks like you got back to the line of scrimmage either way. We have 2:23 to go in the game. And if Fort Morgan doesn't pick up a 1st down, they will have to punt again,
Yeah.
which is too bad. You're better off picking up a 1st down than taking it in, so they might throw. 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wiederick realigns to the left of the formation. JJ will hand it off, stutter stepping on the left side, and hurdling a defender is Underwood. Pretty decent gain for about 3 or 4 yards. Down to 1:51 to go in the game. 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Mustangs. Just shy of the 25-yard line. I don't know how that board could be so wrong all night. They've got a better view than we do.
Yeah.
Much better view. I mean, now they've got it correct.
Takes them a while.
Yeah, but 3rd down and about 6. JJ awaits the snap. Lopez Sadinan in motion to the left on the jet sweep, but he's going to be held up and taken down for a loss. Back at about the 21, 22-yard line. And again, the Mustangs will have to punt unless, I mean, they could go for it and then Lutheran can take a knee. And that would end the game officially with Fort Morgan down by 29 points. It was an 8-point game going into the 4th quarter. But now it is certainly out of hand. They'll go for it on a 4th and 6 from the 24. Marquez turns, hands it off to Underwood. He's got maybe a yard, but more than likely back to the line of scrimmage. Let's just hope that Lutheran takes a knee. And that would be the end of the game. And we'll get to the Colorado Prep scoreboard show very quickly. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water for your field. That's at Advanced Agri Solutions, and Lutheran will take a knee as they are in victory formation. And there you go. The final score once again tonight. Lutheran 35, Fort Morgan 6. Brian, some brief and final thoughts on what happened tonight?
Well, for about 3.5 quarters, we saw a pretty good football game. Well, besides the penalties, but I think we see a bright future with this Mustang team. What we saw against Lutheran here tonight, so I think that it's positive. Hopefully, everybody will get over their injuries that we saw tonight and become healthy. So.
Well, thanks to Brian Nickel and of course Kevin Rohde for being with us all season. Brian will be back, of course, for the basketball season and baseball as well. I'm John Beltran. Hope you have a great weekend. God bless to all. And the final score, once again, from Lutheran High School in Parker in the regular season finale, as the Mustangs finished 2-8 in 2023. Lutheran 35, Fort Morgan 6. The Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show is next on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.